So I think there's a lot of things to consider when you're talking about having a bakery line and adding deli food to it, or prepared food, or however you want to classify it. I mean, I think one of the things is just what are the health inspection rules that you need to adhere to, because there's a lot of things that, I got to tell you, if you're a bakery and you're just putting out a ham and cheese croissant, you might be fine, but if you expand that line to the point that you're falling underneath the health department jurisdiction, you need to have that at a certain temperature, and there's just different regulations and things that you need to consider there when they do inspections. I think you need to think about kind of going into it and maybe keeping your risk low while you kind of feel out the market. So instead of bringing in 10 new products that you're going to pair with some croissants or some breads and things, maybe try one or two and see how they work, and then if that doesn't work, try a couple different ones, or make it a rotating thing where you do a different item each week, because you know there's a lot of investment in bringing the product in and the turnover, and you know just the waste that happens because there's a shelf life on something, right? So you really need to think about what your investment is and then what the possible risk is on waste. But I think you're bringing in a whole nother level of investment of revenue that can come into you, because we get people that come in for their morning croissant, but then they're buying a sandwich to take with them for lunch, right? And you're not getting that if you just have the bakery goods. They might come in at lunchtime and grab the bakery or the croissant or get their loaf of bread to take home. But there's just a lot of people now that are busy. And we really focus on having the great ingredients and combining them. And if they know that our bread is great, and they focus really on having those great quality products and putting them together, then they feel a lot of comfort coming here and getting a great sandwich, or bringing someone else here and getting a great sandwich. And it's a different market, right, than the people that just come in to grab their breads. So there's equipment that you need, and production space I think would be another thing, because you don't necessarily have, if you're just doing bakery right now and you want to add production space, you need to have the right coolers, and you need to have sanitized lines, so probably stainless steel tables and a 3-compartment sink that you may have already, but it might not be like what time does that all happen, right? Does the bakery folks leave at a certain time so then you can cross-use that equipment later in the day? We do a lot of that here because we're forced to. So the AM shift is always catering, and the PM shift is always the people doing the prep food for the line, because we don't have 2 spaces, that we're out of room. So there's just all those different pieces that you have to consider.